Amber Brown Goes Forth, Chapter 4. I, Amber Brown, think that the school playground should be renamed. It should be called the school hang around and talk ground, at least for the older kids, like the fourth graders on up, at least for the first day of school. While we've been talking, I've been looking around. So far, there are no new fourth graders. So far, everyone who was best friends last year are best friends this year. No best friend vacancies so far, except for me. Amber, what did you do over the summer? Alicia Sanchez asks me. I went to England. Name dropper. Hannah Burton makes a face at me. Name dropper, she repeats, sticking her nose up in the air. You're just trying to impress everyone. That's not fair. Alicia asked me what I did, and I told her I went to England. And what did you do over the summer? Naomi Schwartz asked Hannah. My family rented a house at the Jersey Shore. That's where I got this great tan. She tries to look like a model. I pretend to yawn. Where's Brandy? Alicia Sanchez asked. Didn't she visit you at the shore? Yeah, but that was at the beginning of summer. I don't know what she's doing right now. And actually, I don't care. Hannah shrugs. She and her family are still in California, I think. I don't know. I thought you were best friends, Alicia said. How come you don't know? Hannah shrugs again but says nothing. I guess that Hannah has a best friend vacancy too, but the way she acts, I don't want to even be her worst friend, let alone her best friend. She's such a monster. She should have a best fiend. I hear that you got chicken pox in London, Tiffany says to me. I nod. On the second day. Can you believe it? Hannah Burton interrupts and says, I got chicken pox in the first grade. Disease dropper, I make a face. You are just so immature, Hannah sticks her nose up in the air. You are such a dweeb, back from England. Her dweebness. Watch it. If you keep your nose up like that and it rains, you could drown. Not that anyone would care. Gregory Gifford pretends to talk into a television microphone. And there you have it, sports fans. Round one of the rematch between Brown and Burton. Some say it is going to be the fight of the century. Some say it's just the beginning of another school year. I didn't start it. I glared at Hannah, who was wearing a shirt that says, My parents went to Jersey Shore, and all I got was this stupid t-shirt. Personally, I think her shirt should say, My parents got married, and all they got was this stupid kid. Jimmy Russell and Bobby Clifford come running. They began making rude noises with their armpits. After making a really gross noise with his armpit, Jimmy announces that they are planning a burping Olympics and everyone can sign up after lunch. Let me find my pen. I cross my eyes. I can't wait. Naomi giggles, making a gagging motion. Bobby burps and then says, You can make fun all you want. We're going to be giving away a really great prize. I can't wait to hear this. Naomi shakes her head. Ta-da! Jimmy holds up a make-believe trophy. We're giving away the musical mermaid that I gave my sister last Christmas. She hated it, Bobby tells us. It was on sale, very cheap, Jimmy laughs. It's so ugly, Bobby laughs. She gave it back to me for my birthday, so now it's going to be our burping trophy. We'll bring it in tomorrow, Jimmy promises. They start making rude body noises and burping sounds. The rest of the boys join in. Some things never change. Last year, the boys made monkey sounds. This year, it's burping sounds. Last year, Frederick Allen was picking his nose and chewing it. This year, he's still doing it. I know, because some of the boys just yelled at him, Hey, pick me a winner! Some things have changed, though. Tiffany Schroeder's name. It's now Tiffany, with an I, and she got a bra over the summer and actually needs it. Jimmy and Bobby tried to snap the back of her bra when we came into school. Mr. Cohen, our last year's teacher, made them stop. Another change that I can't help thinking about again is that Justin isn't here for the first day of school for the first time in 6 years since preschool. I bet that Justin could have won the burping contest. Justin can even burp the entire alphabet backward and forward. Gregory Gifford is playing sportscaster again. It's Freddie Romano to the lead with 42 consecutive burps. Thank you, sports fans. Freddie pretended to bow to a huge audience. I owe my success to the 2 cans of soda that I had for breakfast. The school bell rings. It's time for class to begin. I wonder what our new teacher is going to be like. I wonder what class is going to be like without Justin. I wonder where I put my knapsack. Chapter 5. Amber, congratulations! You are the first person this year to use the lost and found. Mrs. Peters, the school secretary, smiles at me, holding on to my pink knapsack. Have you lost anything else, dear? She asks. I want to say, yes, my best friend. Has anyone turned one in? I just stand there. She reminds me, you better get to class, Amber. You're late. I look at the clock. I'm late for the first day of 4th grade. Grabbing my knapsack, I yell, thanks, and rush down the hall. Mr. Robinson, the principal, stops me, makes me go halfway back, and walk slowly. Then he yells at me for being late. I quickly walk to class, passing the 3rd grade room. Mr. Cohen is introducing himself to his new class. They are so lucky. I rush into the 4th grade classroom. You're late. Hannah Burton looks at her watch. Thank you, Big Ben. I call her by the name of the large clock in London and look for a place to sit. Looking around the room, I see that everyone is sitting in the same rows that they were in last year, the same seats. I sit down in what would have been my old desk in this new classroom. The desk next to me is empty. Welcome, Amber. The teacher smiles at me. My name is Mrs. Holt, and Tiffany explained that you were looking for your knapsack. I see that you found it. I look up at our teacher and smile back. Hi. Mrs. Holt is a new teacher. I don't know what happened to the old 4th grade teacher. Anyway, Mrs. Holt is not only new, she's very pretty, with brown eyes, brown skin, and brown hair. Her eyelashes are the longest I've ever seen. She's wearing a long purple skirt and a beautiful pink top. I know that she's a good teacher. I hope that she's as good a teacher as Mr. Cohen and is as nice. Passing out note cards, Mrs. Holt tells us to fill in all the important information: name, address, parents or guardians' names. What would you like me to learn this year? What would you like to tell me about yourself? What would you like to have happen this year? The first 2 are easy. I definitely know my name and address. My parents' name, I think about putting Mommy and Daddy, but decided against it. I don't want Mrs. Holt to think I'm a jokester right away. She already knows that I'm a knapsack loser. I put down my parents' real names, Sarah and Phil. The rest is not so easy. What should I tell her about me? After doodling on a piece of paper for a few minutes, I write on the note card, about me. I don't know what to say. Couldn't you have made this a true or false question, or maybe a multiple choice? The other questions are a little easier. I guess I want to learn more about people. Some days I don't really understand them, and I want to find out if there are any secret major ways to make a new best friend. What I would like to have happen this year. That's easy. I want my parents to get back together again, for Justin and his family to move back, to make another good friend, to have a backup in case Justin ever had to leave again, she wrote. Looking at the last answer, I hope that was Mrs. Holt doesn't think I only think about myself, so I add, ... and peace on earth, no more pollution, no more world hunger. Then I think of one more thing that I want to add. I would like it if all the Brussels sprout crops failed this year. Finishing the note card, I put it on the side of my desk, and I wait for something exciting to happen.